Welcome to Business Talk Sister Talk. I'm Becca.
And I'm Ruthie.
And today's episode title is How to Become an Extreme Couponer.
Featuring my head cold.
Yeah, Ruthie's not feeling the greatest today.
Yeah.
But we are excited to talk about this because I did a lot of research on it, and I'm going to tell you all about the different things. So what's your first question?
Yeah. So my first question for you is, where do you get started with extreme couponing?
Okay, so I did a lot of research on this, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos back in the day, like a long time ago when I first was interested in how do people actually do that, right? And the first thing is you need to acquire copious amounts of coupons.
Dun, dun.
And when you see those shows, you know, like, oh, extreme couponing, and they go to the store and they make all this money or whatever, that actually takes like 6 months of preparation. And no, they actually make money sometimes. You get paid to coupon.
With rebates?
No, like if you double stack coupons and stuff, we'll get into that. We'll get into lots of things.
Okay.
So you have to start collecting coupons. A lot of people that do extreme couponing will either go to like a recycling place and dig through the newspapers. Because a lot of the quarterly or weekly coupon clippings, people actually don't use and they get thrown in the trash. I've heard of other people where they'll talk to, like, say, a gas station or whatever, that when they don't sell their weekly papers, before they return them, they can pull out the ads and then put them in a pile and somebody will come pick them up. Now, some newspapers are like savvy to this, like they're like, we want our whole newspaper back, but usually they don't really care about the coupons, so sometimes newspapers are a little bit more lenient on that. So also too, there's like a lot of magazine subscriptions that you can get for free that also have coupons in them, and it really depends on what kind of coupons you're looking to shop for. In terms of, like, if you're looking for name brand products, like in the food or in cleaning supplies, those are probably the most common ones that have a lot of coupons. But I recently learned a lot more about even the coupons you get in the mail for places like Kohl's and like Bath and Body and stuff, and we're going to talk about that later because I was just like, there's a whole industry for this. Amazing.
And apparently extreme couponing partners well with dumpster diving. What?
Which is one of Ruthie's favorite activities.
It would be if dumpsters didn't get so hot in the summer and if we didn't live in a frozen wasteland in the winter. So
if it was like a solid balmy 50 degrees all year long.
You catch me in that dumpster every day.
Okay. So anyways, so you start with collecting coupons, then you get a binder to start storing them in. And the big thing is you have to store them by not only date but also product, right? So sometimes you can get like a grocery store will have coupons as well. Sometimes your grocery store you can subscribe and they'll send you email coupons, or like Dollar General has an app that you can get coupons on the app. And a lot of Dollar General coupons are actually also manufacturer endorsed. Most ones in the grocery store are as well, and they go on a cycle. So that's important to note that the way to get the best bang for your buck when you're couponing is to go on the sales cycle. So for example, like for me, every year, and I don't use coupons for this, but I just know like there's twice a year that I can go and get all of these name brand bags, like sandwich bags and stuff, where they're heavily discounted in a bulk pack, and they're cheaper than getting the generic brand at the grocery store. So every year I just go and buy a whole ton of those so that I don't have to worry about all this other stuff. Also, side tangent, I used to be that super crunchy mom that was like
crunchy
granola, you know, like I was like, we're gonna use reusable Ziploc bags, and I had these bags that had a zipper on them, and I would like wash them and all this stuff, and that lasted for probably like when I actually like had kids and it wasn't just for like my husband and I, probably a solid 2 weeks, and then I never saw them again. And then like months later, before Christmas break, all of a sudden I got all of them home and they were so moldy. So then I was like, you know what? It's literally like, it's not that moms don't love the planet. It's literally that it's like they're never going to see them again and you'll have to throw them away. So it's better for the planet to just buy the bags. Anyways, side comment. So, anyways, as you look at these cycle patterns, it's really important to know like when you can get things discounted. So obviously, like most people know, after Valentine's Day, all the candy goes on discount, like the day after or whatever. And I wouldn't recommend like buying that chocolate for
Buy it in
next
bulk,
year.
give it to people for Christmas.
Gross.
The next year.
But I mean, there are things that you can do to save on that if it's not a big deal for you to use one product.
Russell Stover cream-filled chocolate, assorted chocolates, the best one.
Okay. Anyways, I'm not just talking about chocolate though. I'm talking about like
That's really what this episode should be about.
Okay. Anyways, but there's also cycles for like cold and flu medication and like those go on sale in January and February because most people, that's when they get the cold or whatever. And so there's certain times of the year that you can stock up on like all of the stuff that you need for your medicine cabinet as well as your groceries. You just need to know when those patterns are. And the point of the patterns is that when something is on sale, so let's say it's normally $3.99, but then it's on sale for $2.99, so it's a big deal. But then you have a coupon for $1 off. And you have a store that says, by the way, we double any coupon. So if you know of any stores that do double for whatever coupon you have, that's totally that store's choice to do it, right? And if they do, that's awesome because now you have a coupon for $2 off, which means that $3.99 item is now 99 cents. After all of your stacking and stacking. And what's really cool is if you use some of the apps that you can scan your receipts afterwards and they give you cash back for whatever like certain things you bought in a category, you can also stack those on top and then even get paid additional money. And sometimes on certain coupons, you actually get paid more than you spend. And if you're using like a cashback credit card and you bought your stuff on a cashback credit card and they maybe give you like 1% back or something, even if you were making it even after all that, you could still technically get paid. Like if you got the item for free, but you're getting cash back for buying stuff, boom, you're getting paid.
Okay. So you just mentioned a lot of different things.
I know.
Here.
There's so many.
Tell us about those specific apps, the cashback ones where you can scan your receipts.
Yeah. Okay. So there's quite a few different ones. Actually, there's also different ones that if you enter like your credit card number, it'll track it. And I think Dosh is one of those. Dosh tracks your credit card. And then whenever you buy something that's in its categories, it'll send you an email and say, you just earned X amount back. And then you just log in there eventually and cash out. But there's probably like a limit where you have to get up to before you can cash out. And then for, I use Ibotta a lot. I really like it. I thought it was Ibotta and Ruthie's like, I'm pretty sure it's like the iPhone. You just do the Ibotta. Okay, so that one, for almost every single day, you can upload a grocery receipt and just receive 10 cents. It doesn't even have to be your receipt. You can find it in the parking lot.
Dumpster diving again. Full circle.
And you can get paid 10 cents for just uploading that receipt. So that's a good way to look at different ones. And they also have a ton of rebates in there, or like you buy it and then they'll pay you exactly the amount that you purchased that item for. So you basically get all your money back after you've bought the item. Okay. And the one thing I would like to say about these is you always have to think about tax. Now, if you're in a state that doesn't charge food sales tax, you are totally winning at this game. But if you're not, then you have to think about that. And you also have to think about, so some people, like I know, would say, oh, I stopped using that because I started buying things that I actually didn't need.
Stopped using coupons, you mean? Where you're
Yeah, stop using coupons or stop using rebates or whatever, because it's like, well, then I just buy all this stuff and I'm like, great, what am I going to do with like 50 bottles of hand sanitizer?
Which leads to my question of when is using a coupon not a good deal?
Yeah, so if you are buying something you don't need and you're paying tax out of it, even if it was free and then you're paying the tax on it, well, then it might not be a good thing. And especially if you have no idea what you're going to do with it once you buy it.
Like copious amounts of sauerkraut. I'm talking 3 big mayonnaise containers of sauerkraut.
I feel like there's a story here.
This is Ruby's Pantry.
Oh,
They
yeah.
give
Fair
you
enough.
the good stuff. Yeah.
I do love Ruby's
If
Pantry.
you don't know what Ruby's Pantry is, look it up. It can be, it's hit or miss. You either get some really good stuff or you get the most Halo ice cream you've ever seen in your life.
And it's all like
sauerkraut.
peanut butter and protein infused.
And slightly thawed out. And so then you freeze it again and self-freeze it burn. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
know.
I
Things
love
like that.
Ruby's Pantry. It's for big families that have a lot of time right afterwards to process all of the food that they just got in copious amounts.
And put it all in the freezer because it'll go bad really fast.
Yeah. Okay. So getting back on topic.
Anyway.
Okay. So you have to stay organized by your expiration date. Now, the thing I love about manufacturer coupons is that a lot of times their expiration date is like 2 years away. So you have a lot of time to use them, but they're kind of few and far between getting like the really good ones where it's like a free product. And I didn't not know this until I started looking into it more, but you actually can buy sets of coupons. Somebody went out and did the dumpster diving for you and clipped all the coupons, and you can buy like a 20 pack of coupons on eBay. Yeah.
You can also buy cold cash on eBay.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about that. Like, literally, I think one of the biggest things I was looking by sold, and I think one of the biggest things that people sell a lot of on eBay for coupons is Bath and Body Works
And
coupons.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Yep, that's another one. And then also Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're already subscribed to those and you get them in your mail, you could literally just whip them on eBay and start selling them. I mean, it's only like a couple bucks or something because you're not going to spend more than you're going to save on the coupon, right?
But like the 30% off ones, people were selling those because if they're buying a whole bunch and
Or
they're looking for a
Wayfair.
coupon.
Yeah. If you're going to buy like a couple $1,000 couch on Wayfair, you can bet you're going to pay $10 for a 30% off coupon,
Yeah.
right? So anyway, so yeah, mind blown. Another way you can make money on coupons. If you just don't really like going to the store and buying all the stuff, you can just sell the coupons. But I did learn that if it says manufacturer coupon, sometimes people photocopy those, and that's a big deal. It's a big no-no. So
Did that.
you cannot do that, or they'll forge them to make them look real, which is bad. And you can't, so you should never like photocopy a coupon over and over again, because first of all, that's not, even though the grocery store may take it, it actually is stealing money from the marketing budget or like from the grocery store, because when the grocery store goes to turn it in, they have these little, the barcodes have like little numbers on them. And if the number is the exact same for each coupon, the manufacturer will not honor the duplicates of the coupon. And so eventually a lot of grocery stores end up not taking coupons anymore because they've lost money on that. So be aware of that. And where does all this coupon like money come from? That's a question that I think a lot of people have. Like, are you stealing by using coupons? First of all, no. And second of all, like if you do have a whole bunch of coupons and you use them in one transaction, but you bought all those products, there's nothing wrong with that, because that comes out of that marketing budget for that business that distributed the coupons.
Talk to me more about some resources, specifically like the names of them, so people can look them up themselves.
Yeah, okay. So there's quite a few different couponing websites as well. Like I said, I already talked about like magazines and newspapers, and also if you go to certain grocery stores, they'll also have a place where people leave their extra coupons that they didn't want. That's another place you can get coupons. But couponbug.com, coupons.com, redplum.com, smartsource.com, couponnetwork.com. And then there's also this Chrome extension called Honey that you can use.
And basically what that is that when you go to check out somewhere, so I find it the most helpful when I order photos through Walgreens. I always get coupons from there. Like the other day, it just like sliced my whole bill in half. Like it was really awesome. So basically you just click on the little, sometimes it pops up and sometimes you have to click on the Chrome extension. And then it crawls the internet for all the different coupons associated with that website. And then it applies them to your purchase. And it's going to like apply all the different ones that it finds to find the one that's the best for you. And then it applies it to your purchase. So I like Honey.
Yeah. So I use that one sometimes. I don't think it really works for me as much as it does. But
On
for
Amazon,
Ruthie.
it doesn't really work a lot of times, but there's certain websites that it works every time.
Yeah, so that's great if there's like a website that uses a lot of coupons. But I also like couponmom.com. And the reason I like that is because they also have a subscription that you can have, an email subscription, and they'll send you a like weekly roundup of all of the coupons that are the best deals. And that's super nice because then if I'm saying, "Oh, I really want that one product," and sometimes they have like a lot of chocolate or like toothpaste or whatever.
Or chocolate toothpaste.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever had that. But here's some things that I've really noticed about certain areas of the United States are better than others for being an extreme couponer. So if you live in an area that has a grocery store that does the double coupon honoring, you totally should take advantage of that if you're gonna, because there's not a lot of big chains that do that. So definitely look at that. And then also, anyone that also has like, I know Kroger and quite a few other like grocery chains have like a rewards program. You should also be using that because that can totally go on top of your stuff. And then, oh, that's what I was going to say. So with the Coupon Moms subscription, or when you subscribe, you don't have to pay anything. It's free. You could look in there and it'll say, oh, like you can get this item for free, where like if you go to Walgreens and you buy this item, but it also gives you all these points for the purchase, then like you can, and plus like a $5 in Walgreens points or whatever. So like the next time you go to the store, you get basically in-store credit for another thing. So you essentially got it free, but the money that you have to spend at Walgreens. So sometimes like rebates work like that. And I think that was your next question.
Yeah. Tell us about the difference between rebates versus coupons.
Oh, yeah. So a coupon, you pay, when you go to pay, you give your coupons and they take money off of your purchase. And then a rebate is when you buy something and then you have a form that you fill out and you include your receipt or like a piece of the receipt that it says to, and you send it in the mail. And then a while later, they send you money back or in-store credit back for that store on whatever you purchased. And the nice thing I will say about in-store credit that you should also pay attention to is that if you, let's say, like you buy something, and I do this at Menards. I love Menards because they have like some weeks where it's like 11% off. And my husband just went for me the other day because he got a whole bunch of toilet paper, which was free after rebate. And then it was also 11% off for that week. So it like double stacked. So we got paid 11% to buy toilet paper. And it was an unlimited amount. Like you could buy as much toilet paper you wanted. And I was like, okay, we cannot get that much because other people want some too. But like that's free toilet paper and we're getting paid to buy it. And on top of that, we're getting all of our money back in store credit. But the nice thing is if you buy that toilet paper or whatever it is with previous rebates or previous in-store credit that you already had, you don't have to pay tax on it, which is the nice thing. So the first time you get a whole bunch of, or whatever you buy and you actually pay money for, you have to pay tax on it if it's not a food or clothing item in the state of Minnesota, right? But then after that, anything you buy using your in-store credit, you don't have to pay tax on. So you're not paying out that little extra every time. And I basically just reuse my in-store credit on free stuff and then send in to get my money back and then get more free stuff and then send in to get my money back. So, and I mean, I do buy a lot of other stuff at Menards, so it's not like they're losing out because first of all, they totally know that a lot of people game the system and they don't care, which is why because the majority of people who do not use the rebate system is way higher and they make so much money off of it that they don't care. It's a cost they're willing to take. Okay, so a lot of companies know that and do that. And then another rebate company that we really like is Rebate Key. I love Rebate Key because I can buy something on Amazon, which I'll have to pay tax on, but then I can enter the coupon, or sometimes they have coupons. They have a whole coupon section now, and then they also have a whole like rebate section. So basically, if you buy something on Amazon using one of their rebates, they wait 35 days and then they give you a check in the mail. So you can't essentially return that item to Amazon. And you're not allowed to sell those things. They have it on there. They're like, do not sell this after you've bought it, which is fair because it's usually for new products, like new things to the market, and they want people to try it and give Amazon reviews for it so that Amazon sees, oh, this is a product that's doing well, and then it bumps it to the buy box, which is totally another way of doing marketing, and you're using your marketing dollars to do that instead of spending them on ads paid to Amazon. So in the end, like, a lot of consumers are super excited about it. By the way, if you look on our Instagram, you will see a video of this really cool water bottle that we got for our dog, and we totally got it for free on Rebate Key. So we were super excited about it.
Yeah. There was one other app that I wanted to mention that I really like. It's called Flip. It's basically like a collection of a whole bunch of different stores, mailers that they sent out with like the little news, all their deals and stuff for that week, and you can go
Their
through
ads.
yeah and then you can go through and click on the different items that you want, and then it adds it to like a collective list for you, and you can search by different categories like meat or poultry or whatever. Like, it just, I guess that's probably the same thing. Meat and poultry.
Meat and poultry.
And ham. And anyways, so you can search by different things, and then it like brings it up from all these different stores, and you can select different stores that you want in your region, and then they give you all the coupons for that, and that's really handy. I like that one a lot because
They
then you
give
can
you
kind
the
of,
coupons too?
well, they like show them up there. You can circle them and stuff. I don't know if they don't clip them out for you. If it's on the mailer, then it's available. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So how do you cash those in when you get to the store?
You just have to like open it up and then have them scan it, I would think. Otherwise, it's mostly for like the deals and stuff like that. You can see what's on sale and what's not.
And I love that for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Because when you have like a bazillion ads, and if you're a Black Friday shopper.
We used to do this thing where we would get to my grandpa's house and everybody would bring all of their mailers and stuff, and then we'd have them spread all over the table, and people would be cutting out different things of what they wanted, and it was just a hot mess. So now everybody has the Flip one, because it'd be like, who's got the JCPenney's one? Like, pass it down here. And then you're trying to like coordinate who's going where to get what, and it was a whole production. But anyway, so now we all have
It was
Flip,
more of
and
just like a family outing.
it was so fun.
But so I still love a sucker for the tangible ads. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways,
it is
so fun. Okay, so obviously you may have some questions about extreme couponing that we didn't answer. But a really great resource if you're looking for like, I'm gonna do this, I'm all in, I'm committed. There's a lot of free things you can get, and you can like, there's so many things. I'm gonna give you this resource because I thought it was really helpful when I started reading some different things. There's a book. It's called Extreme Couponing: Learn How to Be a Savvy Shopper and Save Money, One Coupon at a Time. And it is by Joni Meyer and Beth Edelman, I believe. And so I would definitely check that out. That was a really great one. I got it at the library, and this is what I loved about it. Okay. They also had a helpful spreadsheet in there, and I think she also has it on her website, where you can literally go in and see what the sales cycles are for everything you're looking to buy for your family. So if you're like, yeah, I'm going to coupon and I'm going to collect all these things, and then I want to know when I should go buy it, it tells you like when everything is on sale. And so that's really helpful to being like, okay, I want to do Thanksgiving, but I want to do Thanksgiving with all stuff that like I got at a steep discount and everything. Especially like when it comes to feeding lots of people, couponing is so great because you can feed so many people, like stretch your dollar so much farther.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it would be funny if we said this episode is brought to you by our chiropractor because we are down in the basement of the cabin, like on this tiny end table and hunched over, and both Becca and I have chronic
For the
back
record,
issues.
this is our gawk portion.
Yeah. We can, yeah. So anyways, we're all hunched over, and we're going to tell you a little bit about all the different ways that we have sacrificed to bring you
Business
episodes.
talks. Yeah.
And the ridiculous predicaments that we found ourselves in when we've tried to record.
Yeah. Oh man, one time we decided to record in a bedroom, and we put like a do not disturb note on the door. And then somebody walked by, and like afterwards we looked at the note and it literally said no. Like
They crossed out "Do not disturb" and wrote "No." Like, wow, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one time I was supposed to have, we were supposed to do the recording at my house, like it was over Zoom. This is the clown episode actually that we did with Priscilla Mooseberger. Her real name's Trisha, but anyways, and I was supposed to be at home, but then my landlord called and said that they were going to be doing a showing of our apartment, and I was like, oh my word. And so then I called my friend and I went over to her house, and she wasn't there, and I was up in her room, and it was all echoey and stuff. And then she didn't tell any of her roommates that I was going to be there, let alone recording a podcast. And so then right at the end, then I could hear like her roommates opening the door and stuff. And I was like, okay, we got to go. Like, let's wrap this up. And it was so funny.
There was one episode where I had a meeting right afterwards, and we had scheduled an hour time block, and it was like on the calendar, and like the guests knew it and everything. And then like they just kept going. And we were like, I literally told Ruthie, I have to go.
She's messaging me in the Zoom chat. She's like, I gotta go. I'm getting into the car. You're just gonna have to take this and run with it.
I literally like put myself on mute because it was on my phone. I like put myself on mute and turned off my video, and I got in the car and I listened to the rest of the conversation as Ruthie's like talking and like asking the questions. It was crazy. And then I finally got to like where I was supposed to go, and I had like pulled over, gotten all my stuff ready, and then she wrapped it up and we ended it really quickly. But I was like, oh my word, I'm literally driving in the middle of this interview.
In my old apartment, this is another reoccurring issue, that there was these kids who lived in the apartment below me, and their favorite bit was, let's scream at the top of our lungs for an extended period of time. And they used to also play wolves. And so basically,
and howl.
Yeah, that they love that. So they would just stand right outside my window and scream howl. And I was like, good, this is great. And so I got these like sound dampening curtains, but we're in the middle of this interview, and the guy, like, he wanted to have the video on. Normally we turn our video off just because the streaming quality is better, but we wanted to have the interview on, and all of a sudden they start doing their howling bit, and I'm sitting there like, crap, because I didn't have like the curtains shut, and the window was like slightly open, and I just grin and bear it. You could just grin and bear it. And then I don't know if you could hear it.
I could not hear it. Yeah. So I think it was mostly you that. I do know, though, whenever we have something like really noisy happen, we both tighten. And then I have to see the chiropractor.
Yeah. We both have very good, I've seen so many different chiropractors in my life, and I just really have a good appreciation for chiropractic mumbo jumbo.
Okay.
Whatever they do, much appreciated. Good
job. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, you should follow us on Instagram, because we would love to hear from you. Comment on stuff, whatever. And also, if you have any questions about extreme couponing, you can
or
always
where to
send us
find a
message.
good chiropractor in northern Minnesota. We know a lot. We had a lot of fun recording this episode, and we hope you enjoy it. We will see you again next week.